Selby's time, breaking down the stories every view will unwind. From left to right we'll see the light. It's balance we're chasing, no fighters fight. Curtis Selby's walking it straight. Let's hear both sides, let's communicate. Politics and reason, let's find the truth. Curtis Selby's here to bridge it for you. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, it's not in deep with Curtis Selby. The combo's unique. The combo's unique. Insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The convo's unique. Curtis Selby, talking it straight. Let's hear both sides, let's communicate. Politics and reason, let's find the truth. Curtis Selby's here to bridge it for you. Debates, insights, it's all on the screen. Curtis Selby, keeping it keen. Hit subscribe, stay a while, let's dive in deep with Curtis Selby. The combo's unique. The combo's unique. The combo's unique.
Hail and well met to one and all. It is I, Curtis Selby, captain of a starship with a crew of 2. You see very idealized versions of us in my avatar. That is me as I would look if I were a Star Trek character, according to Grok. And of course, Cassie. Grok doesn't exactly know how Cassie looks, but this was the best I could get it to look. I hope all are well and good. First, I will say hello to everyone in the chat. Take care of some housekeeping. Explain why I'm flying solo. I don't mean to be offensive to anyone, but I really feel like I need to be flying solo for just a little bit. I have very personal reasons. I love the people who come on these panels. I don't want to offend them. They're very supportive, but I have my reasons. They will be explained. Before we do anything, though, hail to FKHC 2005, the one that some of us call Tim. Tim was very kind and sent the app to let everyone know where Cosme is. Behind the scenes, I did a little bit of kind of horseplay. I tried to promote some of you to managing moderators. Let me know if I missed anyone or if somehow I screwed it up and you didn't get promoted, because I didn't know how to do it without unpromoting, so there it is. Accounting Sheep, ahoy to thee. Always good to see you. I think you will probably be the one who will understand perfectly why I'm going solo. So, God bless you for being here. And we have gorillas here under another guise. F Nightbot 9735. Can't join. The internet is down due to a jerk not knowing how to drive in whiteout conditions. But this is Gorillas. Welcome, Jordan. It is always good to see you. Whatever, guys, you come in. Yes, holy crap, I hope that you are doing okay. PvP, I sent you the message. I'm glad you're responding, and I'm glad you're responding positively because I was afraid you might take it the wrong way. Saying Hope Cosme works for me. It stopped working for me yesterday when watching Trek with Sci-Fi Sith Dan. So both here and in Facebook, I sent you a link to the Star Trek shows we're going to be watching. So there it is. And hold on, if I'm smart enough to get to the mute button. Sorry, I had to cough. Tim put Gamera only because we know Kirk will win. Gorillas! Internet's down. I think it has to do with the pile-up they had because people don't understand emergency travel only. Gorillas, yes, you're quite right. I really thought about not doing my typical shtick of I like turtles. You're quite right. Cisco needs to be on there. So if you vote I like turtles, I will assume that you meant Cisco. And screw Captain Pike. You know, I would say the same, except in an RPG I'm playing his nephew. And my shtick line is, Captain Pike wouldn't put up with this crap. Tim is saying, asked 20 years ago, it would have been interesting. This would have been pre-New Trek. Yeah, definitely. PvP, you're very kind. No worries, Curtis. Thanks. If I have to watch on that site, I will. Thank you so much. PvP, wish I was logical like Spock, but I'm more like McCoy. Kind of the same here. I wish I was more. I really always wanted to be Spock, but no, I'm much more like McCoy. Ah, damn it, Gorillas. No stream tonight. I'm sorry to say that. Absolutely. Counting sheep being NSA needs no explanation. I highly recommend it. Thank you. And a lady that is always welcome and I don't have a crush on. Much. What are you doing tonight, Lady Mist? Okay. Lady Mist, who is probably taken way too much of my pointless flirting. So good to see you. I'm glad that you are here, and I hope you enjoy the shows. PvP would be hard to screw Pike in his chair. That is true, but I don't doubt that prone is out there somewhere. I don't want to see it. Well, it depends on who's in it. No, I'm not going to say what what thinking about saying. PvP, you like McCoy, so you're a racist jerk. Lady Mist is smiling. Thank you. God bless you. All right. So we're caught up in the chat. Oh, gosh. Accounting Sheep thinks I may have scared off Jamie. That's always possible. I'm good at scaring people off, but she does show still up in the thing. So, Jamie, if you're there, let me know if I've scared you away. That made no sense. You're welcome, Jamie, and I will try to keep my flirting down to a acceptable-ish level. I'm not sure what you're questioning, PvP, but I will assure you that I will probably say some questionable things today. PvP. Oh, how is relating that to McCoy make me racist? Explain. I'd kind of like to know too, although I'm assuming that it's because you're not liking the Vulcan, damn it. But I could be wrong. All right, enough of the music. It's starting to give me a headache. So, housekeeping before explanation, just so I can keep you on tenterhooks and build up more drama than the situation really deserves. As always, please, like, subscribe, share out, all that stuff that most of you guys already do anyway. I have a goal. Any super chat, any gifted membership, Just anything that even just makes me all happy. Like you send a member appreciation thing where you've been a member for so much, anything at all. And I will host a watch party on Saturday of the donor or chatter's choice. We have a poll, as I always do. As Gorillas pointed out, it's not perfect, but I'm asking who's the best starship captain. The choices being Captain Pike, Captain Kirk, Captain Picard, or Gamera. I like turtles. But because of what Gorillas is suggesting, I may simply interject that if Gamera wins, it meant Captain Sisko was who you were really meaning. Captain Kirk predictably is well in the lead. 75% of you voting so far for Captain Kirk. I believe that's who I voted for as well. 25% of you voting for Gamera. I like turtles. Um, Tim explained why he had voted for him, and I've already forgotten. Well, anyway, let's see. People still chatting. Yes, a Vulcan joke, PvP says. Don't think McCoy dislikes Vulcans in general. He just likes needling Spock. Spock says lots of anti-human stuff, too. Indeed. Logically. Yes, Tim voted for Gamera since Kirk was going to win. Excellent. So we're just going to say that was one vote for Sisko, just to make Gorillas happy. Okay. So, why am I flying solo? No, it's not because PvP is a big dodo head, nor is it because I don't like PvP. It's because I'm off my meds. I know there's people in the community who said if you're ever off your meds, just text us and call us, and we'll get it for you. And it's probably I have the money, I just don't have the damn time, so I'm going to try to get them. What you have to understand is when I'm off my meds, I'm not quite all right, and I'm very, very super touchy. And I'm really kind of afraid because I've done and said some things that maybe weren't quite right. I'm really, frankly, scared that I might say something to PvP without him deserving the thing to be said. So, and that would be true of any one of you. I'm not quite right today. But I think I'm good enough that I'll be able to interact with you all rightly in the chat. So that's why I'm choosing to fly solo today. I hope you all understand that. I hope you forgive it. I will get my meds, I promise, and we'll see what happens after that. But we're gonna make it, and we're gonna watch 2 episodes of Star Trek, and by God, we're going to enjoy it, no matter how big of poop heads I think you all are. Okay, sorry. PvP, you could have put in a poll of the Gorn Captain. Man, I wish it would let you like pay something or something to have more than 4 choices, because that would have been a great poll. And Tim is very kind, saying that we understand. So here we are. Y'all, I think, know Cosme is the site, and I have the menagerie set up to go. That's why I decided to go with that poll. Yeah, I really would be shocked and surprised if Pike gets even 1 vote. Maybe I should have voted for him just out of pity and sympathy, but I voted, like someone else said 20, 30 years ago, Kirk and Picard had a tight race going, but I'm afraid at this point in my life, it's really kind of a tight race between Kirk and Sisko now. So Gorillas has a great point. Sisko really probably should be in that poll, but within the limits of the people in the choices, Kirk would win in my heart, hands down. All right, I will begin. I'm going to take a sip of my drink, which is water in this case. because of the situation, I'm going to wait till post stream to be drinking any adult beverages. And oh, hey, I think I see Connie coming into the Cosme. Welcome, Connie Cleary, the faithful bird woman of YouTube. I know you all check out her videos. I am so far behind, I'll never catch up. But God bless you for being here. And I'm hoping I can back down on my work schedule within the month. It's not so much finances that are just keeping me to it. We're down a person at the store, and so I'm trying to pitch in and make sure that the store's taken care of. So, anyway, all right, we will start the menagerie in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. As always, let me know how the sound is. I have it turned all the way up. Hey, nice butt. I mean, hey, look, there's some nice people on the show there. Yeah, yeah. Everyone's saying hello to everybody. That's fantastic. God bless you for being here, counting sheep. You're the bomb. Because I saw a cute chick and wanted to see her. That's why. Spock, what is going on here? Hey, he's giving a smirk because he's thinking she has a nice butt. You know that's what he's thinking. And Tim is back, and he's out for vengeance. I watched a few episodes of the new Strange New Worlds. I wasn't exactly hating it, but I wasn't loving it. Um, and they started to basically hint that Trump was going to be the end of the world. And I'm tired. I'm tired. I don't care anymore. You can leave your politics at the door. If you hate Trump, that's fine. I just don't want to hear about it. So, Connie, actual footage of Connie Cleary doing a Romulan or a green skinned slave girl dance. Fantastico. Tim, when I was finishing up a show I was listening to on Sirius XM called Dark Horse Radio, which is all things George Harrison. That's fantastic. And the little known fact here, it's not Captain Pike. This is actual footage of the tired blogger doing his blog right here, except I'm bald. That's a hairpiece. Thank you very much, Connie. I needed that. I needed that dance. I've let's just say that part of this maybe is that I'm very much wanting a woman right now. So PvP is Greta Doom Goblin put out a video attacking Trump for blocking oil to Cuba. Yeah, it sounds about right. Someone should tell her Trump is trying to free them. Yeah, yeah. It's I just I don't know what's going to solve any of these divisions. You know, you try to be conciliatory, and but how can you be conciliatory to someone that thinks you're a literal Nazi? And thinks you're going to put people in prison camps. Sean Kinney as Pike, Tim saith. But I must do this. You know, I already know the ending, but when I first saw this was amazing. Just what the heck is Spock doing? Uh, Greta used to be climate change bad, oil bad. Now she loves oil. Well, maybe she found a better use for certain petroleum products, and leave it at that. Tim is responding, "Yep, someone should tell her that Trump is trying to free them." You know, the irony is the Cubans I talk to understand it. It's a bunch of white people who are upset about it, not Hispanics. I mean, there probably are some Hispanics, just not the ones I talk to. Let's see what we got. Back in the chat, Accounting Sheep, there's medication to stop being a jerk to people? Why have I not been prescribed to this? Lousy insurance. Well, it's not really so much that it stops me from being a jerk. I become a little more of a jerk if I'm off of it. Yes, PvP, I realize I'm in a red shirt, but that was the best picture of Cassie I could get out of Grok, so I will take being a red shirt for a good picture of Cassie. People are understanding and kind. PvP sound is great today. That's fantastic. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, Tim, I'm right with you. If Cuba ever gets free, I will find a way. If I have to be a galley scrubber on a ship or something, I'll find a way to visit Cuba. Except for Spock. Spock is a big poop head. Oh, do I sound loud? I will speak more softly and carry a large stick. That's what I told her anyway. Turning the sound down just a little, but not just one notch. So let me know if that was too much. Tim, I would wait a few years to give them a chance to fix the place up. Yeah, I understand that, Tim. I don't expect to visit Cuba in my lifetime, but then I never expected the wall to come down either. I was very tempted. There were two things I was tempted to do. I was tempted to do a talk on Jesse Jackson's passing and funeral, and I was also tempted to, frankly, to cancel today. But I figure since I'm only streaming once a week, I need to get, I need to get it done if it's at all possible. If this is the only stream I do every week, I need to do it. In a biblical fashion. Oh, thank you, PvP. I'm fine. So's that chick. She's hot. Rebel News sent a camera crew a few months ago to Cuba. The garbage was piled everywhere. That's terrible. I guess that's true in New York City now too. I don't know. I'll try to steer away from some of that stuff. I don't want to irritate some of the kind people who think differently. Never get involved with a red shirt, Curtis. It'll only break your heart. Yeah, that's right. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be red shirts. They go to space and then they die all alone, even when Kirk's within range. So Spock was the inventor of the internet meme. Holy crap! All those fake memes left and right are just Spock trying to manipulate us all. PvP, the original series rules because it has the hottest babes. Not wrong. I think Lady Mist and Connie are probably both, and maybe Jamie too, are original series Star Trek women. They've got the class for it. They were class. I mean, they were beautiful, but they were classy as well. It's just I did, you know. Of course, the men were real men too, so you know maybe there's something to both sides of that. Tim says someone decided to mess up the men's bathroom there. The customers one thought it was not my issue. I'm not the only one who can clean it, so I thought I won't say anything. I saw it around 3:30. I was off at 4. I would leave it to the jerk kid who thinks he's the best person there. Well, I hope that went well for you. I know how that can be. I had a discussion with a manager who, well, normally I probably wouldn't have had the discussion, but I was off my meds. And let's just say I let him know that maybe passive aggressive things written on a note board are not always the best way to communicate to your crew. PvP, correct, the women in the chat and in the original Star Trek are hot, classy, and smart. Lady Mist loves the original Star Trek. I do as well. Totally agree with that. PvP, the original series, is still my top show. It's very close. It would be hard for me to pick a top show, but I know if I have a list of top 10, Star Trek is quite high on that list. There's that tired blogger. He's off his meds again. He probably thinks this is a toupee. Stupid tired blogger. He's a bastard. Kurt, you can't offend the tired blogger right now. He's off his meds because I switched his medicine for dilithium crystals. Tim, I'm going on a trip soon. I'm not getting sick before I go. Damn straight. So say we all. Tim, we're all on your side. Let us know if we need to send an away team to help you out in any way. No. No to what? No. 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 Oh my God. Captain Pike is a descendant of Forrest Gump. He's the descendant of that kid. Tim says he's good. Hold on. I hopefully hit the cough button in time. All right. I don't have a cough, I don't think, but PvP runners up the Avengers, British 60 show, Farscape, Firefly. I would definitely, yeah. The little bit of the Avengers British show I've seen, definitely it's got to be up there. Firefly, if Star Trek ain't on the top, then it's Firefly. It's hard to say which one because they're both so good. They're so good. Okay, I don't know, but I think if PvP was here, he would be saying, this is spot on acting. Is he upset? Yes, but it's in an extreme situation. He's not overacting. He's just showing the natural reaction of a captain who takes his ship and command seriously. Howdy, John. Welcome, welcome. I hope you are doing well. And I hope you enjoy episodes, what am I on? Whatever these episodes are of the original Star Trek. Tim says Space Above and Beyond was a great show. Counting Sheep. No one ever suspects the Inquisition or diabolical acting. Oh, never mind. Pike, PvP says, can get honor like any man, but he's trapped in that chair, a line in the original script that the network removed. Oh, he can get a boner. Well, yes. I'm going to just not comment. Oh, she's too hot, baby. Talos 4. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. I know you're joking, PvP. Who's never gotten a promotion once since, even though he's the best officer in the fleet. Damn Starfleet and its anti-Vulcan propaganda. Dun dun dun! The drama! Okay. You're out of orbit, Mr. Spock. Tim, we are already in, and they have a clip show. Okay. And this is a great Spock episode. Tim, we're already 11 episodes in, and they have a clip show. Huh. Очень интересно. It's Darth Vader! Accounting sheep. Is the toilet built into Pike's chair, or do they use the transporter or something? I've always wondered these things. Sadly, I have too. My assumption is that it's built into the chair. He poops into something that basically beams the poop outside or possibly into the hydroponics plant where it's used as fertilizer. I don't know. I'm just speculating. PvP Spock shows his human side sentimentality for his captain. Indeed. I knew a guy with a 5th degree black belt in Aikido named Hansen. He was a badass. Sadly, I am not. Hey, it is a shuttlecraft. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Spock's gonna do what they say can't be done. He got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Eastbound, watch old Captain Pike run. Spock! And Spock blows up the shuttlecraft, getting an instant promotion. PvP not a clip show, as even though scenes from the pilot The Cage are used, it never aired on the original run on NBC. Also, I read, I believe, in early 80s. Oh, aired, I believe, in early 80s on the Sci-Fi Channel. Gotcha. I miss the Sci-Fi Channel. Viewers had never seen it. Очень интересно. I wish I could fly at warp speed. I wish I had as much hair as either of these guys. Well, they're both in better shape than I am. This is wrong. Darn straight. And Lady Miss saying hello to John with all those beautiful flowers and dragons that she has. You know, he's dead if he makes it to Talos 4. He's dead, Jim. PvP Eclipse show is technically using scenes from previously aired episodes. Right, right. I remember Laverne and Shirley did something like that. And Happy Day, like, basically, it's, I don't know how often they did it, but quite often every season or two they would do that just kind of to save money. I'm guessing that maybe that's what they were doing here. All right. The Sci-Fi Channel is dedicated to the memory of two science fiction pioneers, Dr. Isaac Asimov and Gene Roddenberry. This was on the Sci-Fi Channel September 24th of 1992. That's fantastic. I would share, but like for some reason my Facebook is showing me pictures of lots of hot women. It's not right. Not right. Nope. No. No, this is bad. PvP, the worst clip show ever was Star Trek Shades of Grey. The Next Generation. Total cringe. The Sci Fi Channel was a great channel. McCoy is like, I have no desire to be a captain of this ship. And Uhura's like, what the heck? Yeah, I have no idea if sci-fi is still a great channel. I was on a vacation from a trip that I won from my company last time. All I got to see was like the newer Conan movie, which was not great. PvP, a lot of great cable channels from 40 years ago are gone. Tim, I remember watching Japanese anime on the Sci-Fi Channel, plus seasons 8 through 10 of MST3K. That's correct. We would probably not have those seasons were it not for the Sci-Fi Channel. Spock is ruthless. Dun dun dun. You know, looking back on it, it's somewhat unrealistic that Spock doesn't at least get some kind of reprimand or something for doing this. Yeah, MST3K is returning with Mike as host. Experiments, I believe they are calling them. Hot women are serving me beverages. Sorry. Other than that time that Nurse Chapel, never mind. I think the reason for Menagerie 1 and 2 were made to buy time. Yeah. Because I'm the boss. I said so. Oh, they were behind in production. Okay. Dun dun dun! I smell the opportunistic stink of Roddenberry behind this whole trial. Tim, Spock said duty. Oh, so they were close to not having an episode for next week. I got you. Oh yeah, PvP. I agree. I'm still impressed they could crank this out in a week. Yeah, I think they did this is to me the most masterful clip episode I've ever seen. Usually there's cheesy and kind of cringy, and this is actually really good stuff. Episode 29 episodes in season 1. Yeah. Tim, I don't think Pike would be allowed to be there as a judge. Yeah, again, looking back at it realistically now, I see holes in this logic, but I'll spare it to them because they come up with a wonderful story that if you can suspend your disbelief on a couple of things, still really well done. PvP, they worked hard back then. Yeah. So one of my favorite YouTube channels anymore is Space Ice, and he does a lot of. He's kind of like the critical drinker. He does a lot of riffing of bad movies, and he'll list the reasons why, like Samurai Cop is the most incredibly bad, best, worst movie of all time. Here are 9 reasons why Samurai Cop is the best, worst movie of all time. And number 1 was laziness. And it's usually that. To him, and I tend to agree with it, what makes a bad movie mostly tends to be laziness. Like, I can forgive these people for their mistakes because I can see that they worked hard. PvP, if he's still an active duty officer, that's his right. And yeah, I mean, my thing is the military as we have it now would not keep him on as active duty. The military as it stood back then might have. So Tim says it's Jesus, Jeffrey Hunter, Played him in King of Kings. Gotcha. PvP lazy or just awful concepts? Yeah. Well, to me, it's either laziness or overhyping the message, which I can even forgive that as long as you're not like lazy. You can have a message that I disagree with and I can still like it if it's packaged in a good story with good characters. But we have a hot navigator, so we've got that going for us. PvP, did you ever see the film where the villain killed her victims with her, not her cat, but a different kind of pussy? Yeah, I have not. I think there's an anime like that. Oh, Gorillas showed it. Oh, wait. Was that the one with the. That was the one where he started to show the bad movies, I think. The female Terminator. Yes, it was awful, but it was fun. It was fun to watch, too, at the same time. It was bad because of bad concepts, but if you watched it just because it was a silly thing, then it was enjoyable. My eyebrows are unnaturally hairy. Swish, 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 swish. They had shorts on in old Star Trek? Or die! I guess that's why I didn't write the script. Tim, Shades of Grey, I feel like I'm okay with it being a clip show. They had to feel the order for the season, but there was a writer's strike, I think. Okay. Okay. I don't remember that episode, so I don't know. PvP, actually, a stream about worst films might be fun. Yeah. I mean, if once I get done with Star Trek, I don't really know what I'll be doing. Hopefully, I'll be down to one job again and can pick up some more stuff. But I'd like to finish, Once Upon a Time and Moonlight and Dark Shadows. Ice, ice, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. 2 episodes a week, you don't need to worry. Yeah, it'll be a while. It'll be a while. I honestly hate only streaming once a week, but I feel I love streaming. I love you people. I think you love me back, which is insane, but you do. And I want to reward that love with something, you know. I could switch back and forth between shows. I've thought about that too, but I just think that would get too confusing. And I don't have many, but I've got a few new people like Jamie Lynn. I don't want to make her think, what the heck am I even doing on here? Curtis is freaking crazy, which Jamie, I am, but moonlighting! That would be cool. Yeah, PvP. I need to win the lotto, and then I can cut back on work. I should have done more stuff while I was unemployed. The actor that plays Captain Pike does have the captain look about him. Well, I think he's just not as positive enough. Yes, I want to deal in green animal women. Tim, yeah, I want to see the world. Yeah. Or if I can't see the world, at least I want to stream more. That would be great. This still was pretty good. It's not as good as what Shatner did, but it's still very watchable to me. I think I would have watched this show if they had come out with it like this. And you will not make fun of my ears, or I will use the Disney. I started to read PvP's message. PvP, I'd love to stream Disney Zorro with Guy Williams. Disney scares me. They'd probably kill your channel. Honestly, they never went after me for Once Upon a Time, but I never did any more than like just show an image or two. Tim agrees, and I do too. Those old Zorros were fantastic. Engage. Ahead, Warp Factor 1. And so is Nurse Chapel. Connie, if I won the lottery, I'd pay off my parents' house where I'm out and then renovate it. Yeah, that's definitely one thing I would do. I mean, it depends on how much I won, but that is one of the things on the list. And Tim, here I am. Yeah, it's fantastic. Zorro the Gay Blade. I need to watch that someday. I've had 2 opportunities, and work has gotten in the way of both of them. Dun dun dun! Dun dun dun! I'm going to tell you, one of the things that impresses me, this show could have been just stupid with Captain Pike, just, you know, instead it's not. You feel the pathos of his injury. You actually kind of feel the tension of him only being able to say yes and no. I mean, you could still riff it too, but I would have to riff it from a place of love for the show. I couldn't riff it. It's so well done. It's so beautifully done. PvP Zorro was 2 seasons, 78 episodes, 4-hour long specials. Wow. Very cool. One of the comics I bought was Zorro #1 from the 1990 or 91. Zorro began before Tim was born. Connie, I got a kick off of Zorro the Gay Blade, which I did for my Wednesday comedy night. Yeah, and I had to miss it. God, I wanted to see it so bad, especially with you guys. That would have been so fun. Oh, got to hit the cop button. Can I make it? All right, I spared you that cough. The good guys won this time. Everyone saying hello in chat. Lady Miss being all hot and beautiful like she always is. John Ponderera, I didn't think last night's movie in Big Al was that bad. No, I agree. Other than that bird was just awful, but other than that, it actually was a good film. If they'd had Harryhausen doing the effects, that would have been a classic film. PvP says that Zorro went from 1957 to 1959. So the Gay Blade is still on YouTube. Well, not to be a money grubber, but if anyone wants to give a super chat of any size, if you want to do Zorro the Gay Blade on Saturday, I will do it. Looking at the poll, Captain Kirk has a resounding lead. 67% of you voted for him. 33% voted for Gamera. I like turtles, which, as some of you may know, you can also just substitute Cisco because I couldn't put another option in. Captain Pike and Picard have a resounding 0 votes. I'm a little surprised that Picard has no votes, but I think he kind of irritated the fandom a little bit in this recent show. I don't want to get into it because, one, I haven't seen the show, and two, I haven't really read his remarks. So I've got no dog in the fight. It would be illegitimate of me to even have an opinion on it. That plant is really cool. Tim, that bird that size kept changing. Yeah, that's laziness. Remember, that's the number one thing that kills a movie. Fans will forgive a lot of things if they see you've worked hard, but if you haven't worked hard, yeah, they couldn't care less. Tim, I'm not able to be there this Saturday. Okay, that's fair. PvP saw it on reruns around 1962 at age of 4. First TV show I loved. Well, Star Trek was the first one for me, because I was seeing it in reruns around age 3 or 4. Tim will be free on the 29th. So, give me an excuse to do a show on the 29th, although we'll figure something out. PvP thing is, it was not a kid show. Folks got killed. Indians got whipped by bad guys. There were love interests. Speaking of love interest, hubba Vina love. I want to make babies with Vina. Ah! Sorry. It's like emotional whiplash. I was thinking about doing things with her, and then these guys showed up. Okay. Captain Pike, it's been 3 months. Starfleet needs you to update your work email password again. It is the first letter in A. Beep, beep, a B, beep, beep. A C, beep, beep. This is going to take a while. Tim, Guy Williams was in I Was a Teenage Werewolf, as seen on MST3K Season 8. JP gave a super chat. Huzzah! And I missed it because I'm a jerk. All right, Connie Cleary she says she'd give a super chat. John gave a super chat. Fantastic. Connie Cleary, when I get my new bank card in. That's fantastic. You guys are the best. Okay, John, let me know what you want. If it's the Zorro, whatever the hell you want. You are the donor. You gave it. You'll get it. Tell me what you'd like to see. PvP, yes. Vina proves it ain't the clothes. It's the woman that wears them. Yeah, I'm not saying that clothes don't matter at all, but yeah, the woman that's wearing the clothes that's the thing. Yeah, let the girl show you. Come on. This was a brilliant episode. I give it an 8.9. In fact, I'm going to make it official. 8.9. And she she's like a 60s Cyndi Lauper who just makes me want to do bad things. PvP, everyone talks about Williams in Lost in Space. He never got to do much in most episodes, though. He's way better in Zorro. And Tim, no, 6.9. I'd definitely 6.9 her if she wanted to. Just saying. He's a perfect choice. I see. Evidently, she gives him more than a 6.9. Oh, hey! This planet's hospitality is they're not getting a good Yelp review from me. Okay, so I've been on mute. I've said a bunch of stuff that you guys haven't heard. Wow. Let me go back. Where did I go? John, thank you for the super chat. I thanked you a lot more vociferously, not realizing I was still muted. People are being very kind and saying that they'll get me super chats when their circumstances change, and I sure appreciate that. I have been paused on some of my memberships because of not so much finances, but snafus in my keeping certain bank accounts funded. So I totally get it. And John won't be around next Saturday, so we'll figure out a time. We'll figure out a time, and we'll either do Zorro or, frankly, just whatever you want within reason. I don't think, knowing you, I don't think there's anything that you would ever pick that I wouldn't show. But and there's Tim. Okay, so we'll figure out a time, and we'll do Zorro or something. Tim, the 29th is good for me too, so it may be the 29th. If we don't get it done before then, we will get a show Zorro no later than the 29th. Thank you guys so much. God bless you. And Zorro's fine, but by all means, let me know if in the meanwhile there's something you would enjoy better. On the next episode of The Price is Right. Okay, so since I was muted, PvP, everyone talks about Williams in Lost in Space. Never got to do much in episodes, though. He's way better in Zorro. And I don't know if you heard it, but I did comment that I would do 6.9 with that lady anytime she wanted. When we were kids watching the menagerie, we called the Thelosians bumheads. Connie says, don't! And P says, no, Debbie does Dallas. Well, if that ends up being what John wants, I might go for it. And I'm quite serious. I think I am going to give this a 9.0. I love this episode. I've always loved it. I probably would have given it a little higher as a kid, but it stands the test of time to me. The concept is great. The writing is great. The acting is just about spot on. And we have Kevin Hernandez. Welcome. Saying hello to PvP and others. I got to hit the cough button again, but hopefully I don't forget to turn it back on. All right. Tim, my schedule is weird in general right now. Yeah, right now mine is Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. till 9:30 p.m. and then Saturday 1 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. Kevin saying hello, and everyone saying hello to Kevin. Wonderful, wonderful. The next episode is the Menagerie 2. Lady Miss giving her wonderful Vulcan salutes. I bet Lady Miss looks pretty good giving a Vulcan salute. John says it had a great beat and was easy to dance to. 9.6. Excellent. Excellent, John. Guilty. 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 You guys will know, or maybe someone in here will know. I do not know what the first clip show was. So, is this the very first of all the clip shows, or because I can't think of one before? PvP, Jeffrey Hunter's story is tragic. He could have had Trek, but his wife hated science fiction. She was so much of something. She got banned from the set. So basically, she was like my ex-wife. She used to call up my bosses and cuss them out, and then would seriously ask me why I never got promoted. Connie says I'm partial to Space Seed next to Mina. PvP, she basically told Hunter he should be a movie star. That's so sad. And then Kevin is saying, good to see you. PvP. Indeed. Always good to see you, PvP. It's a 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds. The Menagerie. Oh. All right, I'm going to start this out with a 5.0 just because it's Star Trek. It's first season Star Trek. It's the Menagerie. We can't start it out with anything less than a 5. And I'll do my random point system, but I'm probably going to end up somewhere close to 9.5 because I love this show. PvP went to Europe, did a film that had a fall, flew home and died at home from an aneurysm. Holy crap. Half a point because of the widescreen television. 5.5. I'm going to deduct a tenth of a point because they don't have any popcorn. 5.4. Just any film place worth its salt will at least have popcorn. Just saying. Kevin is asking how I'm doing. I'm doing okay. I'm working too much, but I have my reasons for it. Considering it, how the circumstances, I'm doing quite well. I'm flying solo. I explained all those reasons before. I'll explain them again if you really insist. But it's not because PvP's a poop head. I have my personal reasons for just wanting to fly this next episode or two myself. PvP, weird how luck works out. I found Hunter professional, but his acting was stiff, limited range of emotion. Well, with a wife like that, I kind of can't blame him. I can blame her. Shatner was a breath of fresh air, yeah. I would still watch this and enjoy it. It's just not as good as the stuff they did later. But as a clip show, this is classic. This is really good stuff. I'm also going to deduct 0.2 points because the weird moving minds grosses me out. However, it also means that they should get a half a point because of awesome special effects. So 5.7. Counting Sheep always thought this episode should have a scene where Uhura keeps forgetting to replace the batteries in Captain Pike's chair, and you just hear him constantly beeping in the background. That's fantastic. Accounting Sheep, that's so funny. I'm going to give the show 0.3 points. We're at 6.0. Star Trek, The Menagerie. Classic episode.
Killed the battery at the same time.
And then at about 5 o'clock this afternoon, I finally got a starter brought to me. It only took 18 hours. That's how I feel.
PvP saying he brought a wide range. He could do nail biting, edge of the seat action, interaction with the crew, building relationships, even humor. I'm going to give it a half a point for having so many hot chicks. So 6.5. I am going to deduct half a point, though, for having an actor that reminds me too much of Tommy Kirk. So 6.0. Now, is that the same woman that played Nurse Chapel? I'm trying to make up my mind where she's hotter. I think as Nurse Chapel, but she's pretty hot here, too. It was trying to build boxes up to get to the bananas. Accounting Sheep and yes, Picard and that and the same actress, I believe. It's a hot chick in a castle and get naked. All right, I'm going to give it a whole point for the castle of the hot chick. So 7.0. Shatner then was a very talented, nuanced actor. The haters that say he's a bad actor with silly videos are losers. I agree. One of the few action scenes. And he wore gray sweats. Vina, if you will, we'll send you a Captain Pike that you can thrill. We'll send a barbarian to slay him, and he will protect you now. One of the few action scenes. The concept is scary, yeah. I'm not an animal! And I give it half a point for referencing a film that wouldn't be made for at least another 10 or 12 years. 7.5. I deduct a fifth of a point because the monster has bad teeth. 7.3. Dog. PvP, if folks could plug into and be hypnotized in a fantasy world, how many would sign up? It depends. I probably would sign up if the situation was amenable enough. It's got good music. I'll give it a tenth of a point for the music. 7.4. I'm deducting a fifth of a point because the woman won't fight, and that's just not sexy. A woman should be willing to fight. He stabbed him in the back! Should I deduct or add points for stabbing the monster in the back? I'm going to deduct a point because it should have shown this pike coming out of the critter's back. Captain Pike deserves an actual pike. 6.2. She really sells me that she's into him, which is worth a half a point. 6.7. Accounting sheep. I will join VC at my earliest convenience as a pike. Fine. I will give 0.3 because of the really cool pike meme. So 7.0. Lucy fought for a second pilot. Yeah, I'm glad she did. In fact, I'm going to give it a whole point for Lucille Ball fighting for a second pilot. No, I can't. Math is hard. This is why I'm not an accountant. Holy cow, John, that may be the second sexiest image of Lucille Ball I've ever seen. PvP is still amazed season 1 was produced by Daisy Lou. Or nothing. Accounting sheep, are you real? Well, I have had work done. It's Hollywood. PvP, see her as a young redhead. Yeah, showing. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. When you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. Somebody needs to put that song to this episode and then get dinged for copyright. I want this laser thing. There's probably some billionaire out there who shows it off at his dates or something. I think I'm going to give it a tenth of a point for having the spiffy laser thingy. It is actually a good effect for the time. I'm sure people make fun of it now, but for the time, it's a really good effect. But Captain, we're giving it all we can. If we fight her any harder, it'll explode. More power. Girls just wanna have fun. Yeah, it is sad that some can't judge this by 60 standards. John thinks I should give points for the cool scientific goggles. I will. I will give it a tenth of a point, so 9.2. Since I've got somewhere around where I legitimately think it's pretty nice cleavage. Number one became Nurse Chapel. Yeah, she's pretty hot. Punish! It's a trap. The network wanted to get rid of Spock as number one. Gene's side squeeze. Oh, they wanted to get rid of Spock as number one. It's a trap. Should I give or subtract points for the whole trying to set up a people zoo? Roddenberry save Spock. I'm going to give a fifth of a point for Roddenberry saving Spock. Come on, let's play it. Let's cosplay Adam and Eve, please. Okay, guys, I'll have sex with your Earth slave if you'll just stop punishing her. What a bitch. You make it sound like it's a bad thing. The bananas are not in here. It is, ma'am. The counting sheep found the Earth woman. I'm going to deduct a tenth of point because of the bad food service here. Punish! John says, I always thought that he looked like Dr. Bellows from I Dream of Jeannie. It's actually a female actress. Ah. Yeah, punishment doesn't look very fun. Oh, that's good. Accounting sheep and love. Welcome, welcome. That you both think alike. So it is good to see you, and I hope you are enjoying the Menagerie from season 1 of the original Star Trek. And I'm sorry, love, but I absolutely just love your avatar. I know it's silly and pointless of me, but it's just gorgeous. Oh, hey, somebody's texting me. You are a big dodo head, Curtis. Don't ever bother me again. Primitive. Okay, okay, I want to mate with the girl. Fine. Jeez. I think I'm going to add a half a point just for love being here. So we're at 9.8. Now you will be properly punished. Bogus. I'm going to give it a fifth of a point for its reference to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. So 10.0. Thelosian dating site failed badly. My roommate is suggesting I deduct 3 points, but I don't really see the. Oh, hey, there's a kitty cat down here. I should add points, not subtract points for the kitty cat.
He's judging you.
But you do have sugar because the aliens supplied it. I kind of like the hairstyles they had back then. Ow! Hey! Ow! 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 Ow. Okay, kitty. Okay. 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 Fantasy sugar for the fantasy horse. Yep. Punish. They even have the bill of sale on me. It's just tragic. And they couldn't find that, so they got you instead. Gosh, oh, I can't stop loving you. What he can't do. Love can be weaponized. That's right, PvP. And John says Robert Conrad was busy, so they got you instead. Should I give a point for the Orion slave girl, even though we're at a 10.0 already? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I can't help it. Actual footage of Love dancing in a green outfit right here. Gulp. Vina, if you will, please wear an Orion slave girl outfit thrill. So they've given him a woman, preemptively beaten her into submission, keep her in a locked cage. This still isn't good enough for him. Exactly. Exactly, accounting sheep. Kirk is like, damn, why didn't I get this episode? Sounds like Iran. Yeah. Pike is like, I can still function. Come on. That guy looks like he should have been the actor from Mud's Women. And I ran so far away. This scene alone makes the pilot a classic. The green slave girl is iconic, indeed. That's why we're standing at an 11.0. I have to find a clever way to deduct a point or I'll be ridiculous. All right. Wow, wow. No man can resist her. The female Terminator. Film at 11. Think only appeared in the 3rd season episode. Yeah. And then we'll have perfect mates for everybody. Oh, so they were experimental at this point. I'd forgot that. Dang it, I need a reason to deduct a point, not add one. That's cool. Something's different. Did you change your hair? Uh-oh. Spock needs women. I'm deducting a point mainly so that I can keep it down to a 10.0, but also because the aliens abducted the hot chicks, and that's just not right. 3 girls for every boy. You know, that's exactly the last thing a woman said to me when I had made love to her. Holy cow! Very forward, Captain Pike. Even Kirk never did that. It's dead, Jim. Oh, wait, I'm not in this episode. Not that way. Beam Spock down here, he'll fill his thoughts with whatever he wants. Did anyone else think the redhead was totally hot? She is. She's making me all tingly. She just confirmed what she said. They're buttheads. Lorelai's being a good kitty. PvP never found Christine attractive. Wrong thinking is punishable.
By the devil.
Yes,
Here's,
they're buttheads.
stand on his shoulders.
Hey, kitty. John, where did you find that? That's awesome. Oh, nice. I now have a cat on my shoulder, so I may not be speaking much.
This is terrifying.
PvP, be nice. Oh my god, they're Democrats! Be nice, be nice. I think we may have a Democrat or two in the audience. We got to play nice. They might be thinking, oh, they're Republicans. Nobody ever means to be evil, lady. They just are. Jeez. Should I deduct points because of the bad illusion? I'm going to deduct a fifth of a point for them not having their batteries in their guns. Yes, I do. Laser. Death ray lasers. Lasers? No! The heck was that? What was that?
I'm looking. The wind's really, really bad. Oh, shit.
What happened?
Take a break from the screen.
Folks,
Kyle.
I'm going to be absent for just a second. So I paused because we're having high winds in Oklahoma and a tree fell down within 6 inches of my car. It missed. Everything's fine. But after the show, I'm probably going to be moving my car. Just saying. I'm going to give this episode zero point 0.2 points for not destroying my car. Yeah, phasers were cooler. You shouldn't have pointed that out. I'm going to deduct half a point for phasers being cooler. 9.5. Trees, yeah, trees falling on cars is no fun. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. Gulp. Tim, I'm back. Who's that guy with the big head? Big head, big head. He's a bumhead. His nickname is Tiny. Trek spinoff Beavis and Bumhead. That's fantastic. Thank you, PvP. You're very kind. You're very kind. I am wearing out though. I will be quite. I'm loving it, but I will be quite glad to get off after this episode and move my car and then chill. What is this, Tim? Perhaps you should no longer be a Prime member. I wasn't cranky, but sometimes was. This ending is trying me a little bit, so I'm sorry, guys. 9.8 for hot chicks beaming over. Think redhead. Yeah. Yes, John. It looks a lot like Nancy Pelosi. I'm deducting points for it looking like Nancy Pelosi. 9.6. Yeah, Tim, she is more real than Nancy. I agree. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. Yeah, less plastic surgery. Yeah, they're just using super alien technology. It's more honest. She was in other 60s shows. Yeah, Kirk would have still banged her. Yeah, that's probably what he's thinking right now. I would have still banged her. Hey, beam her up here. I'll take her. Engage. Ahead, warp factor 5. Stand by for sorcerer's operation. Oh, I'm going in the toilet now. Spock, you magnificent pagan god! The Commodore's gone! Spock, you're using your Vulcan powers again. Stop it! Commodore 64. You know, I hope you don't think less of me, but this ending still gives me goosebumps and kind of makes me a little teary eyed. It was all Dallas season 9. I'm deducting a fifth of a point because I didn't want to see what's his head in the shower. Can I go to Talos and bang the hot redhead till I'm dead? That's kind of become my goal in life, Just saying. Yes. PvP wants to let everyone know. Oh, Firefly is coming back as an animated series. That's fantastic. It's Stephen Hawking's dream. Okay, usually Roddenberry bugs me, but so Firefly, it is announced today that is coming back as an animated series. That is fantastic. In fact, in honor of Firefly, yeah, go ahead and send a link out. Oh, You're very welcome, Lady Mist. I am so glad you enjoyed it. I love this episode. Maybe I'm being too generous, but I'm giving it a 10. It may not be perfect, but it's so good. It's a fantastic story. It's got great acting. Um, Stuff like this is what made Star Trek such a classic. Um, Tim says it was good. John agrees with the 10 rating. Maybe I'm being too forgiving or whatever, but because I could see maybe a flaw or two here, but it's so good. It's so good. So, and next week we shall be doing episode 13 and 14. 13 being the conscience of the king, and if no later than the 29th, I'm going to get with Tim and John, and we will figure out a time to do Zorro. One, let me know what you think. Like one of the movies or one of the episodes of the Disney. We will get that done. Tim, hell, even the worst episodes of 66 to 2005 is Citizen Kane compared to New Trek. And yeah, as some of you know, I tried to do the Starfleet Academy. I promise it has nothing to do with politics. I don't care that there's a gay Klingon. That's 100% fine. It doesn't detract or add to anything. It's bad writing, it's bad acting. I just couldn't deal it. Okay, so it's posted in the chat. I'm going to exit Cosme. Let's see what's going on over here in YouTube. What are you kids doing with your shenanigans and your shenanigans and stuff? Girls just want to have fun. Connie Cleary is agreeing, and Lady Mist is thanking. So the girls are being very kind to me. Thank you so much. And John is sharing, or PvP, sorry. Okay, I will. You know what? I would play it on Cosme. I'm going to play this after the show while I'm by myself because I'm getting like kind of melodramatic right now, and it's probably not a great. Cosme doesn't allow links. Yeah, no. That's perfectly fine. That's why I give you guys wrenches. Let me know if there's any of you who don't have wrenches that wants one. I see Kevin doesn't have one, but ow, kitty. So I won't force one on you, but if you want one, Kevin, let me know. All right, we need to get this show on the road. We got our super chat. Thank you so much, John Ponerero. And looking at the poll for the last time here, vote early and vote often. Captain Kirk didn't win with the resounding amount that it looked like he was going to, but still, the majority of you, 57%, vote that Kirk was the best starship captain. 43% of you say, Gamera, I like turtles. And so I'm assuming that Cisco probably would have given Kirk a run for his money had I put him in the poll. Picard and Pike both got no points. Okay. And let's see. I should not have clicked off of there. Okay. So the new Firefly is animated, but the art looks good. Everyone's thanking me. PvP is going to send it to Facebook. And yes, PvP. For a long time, he was a quite close third, but nowadays I would say he's my second, and really not that far behind Kirk. But Kirk is my favorite anymore. Thank you, Connie, and all of your lovely birds. Lori the cat, who is on my lap and has been kind enough not to put her claws into my lap, thanks you as well. So I am feeling the pain, so I'm going to call it a stream. Thank you all very much. It has been great. I love watching these with you guys, and I hope you all have wonderful evenings.